Hi, I'm Eric Valenci. Welcome to InSeam. Welcome to InSeam. Today we're going to be meeting Sue Stemp, an extremely talented designer. I'm very, very excited to be working with her. Sue is really a designer's designer. She is all about the craft. She works with amazing prints. She has incredible ideas. Her designs are vibrant and jump out at you, so I can't wait to see what she's up to.
I think people just think it's really glamorous and not an awful lot of hard work. There's no glamour in it at all for me right now. No, it's all been really hard. I don't think starting is so much, but I think keeping the momentum going and, growing a business is harder than actually starting. When you first start, the very first seasons, everyone's like, oh, great, wow, new, this is fantastic. But then you're only new for 5 minutes. So I think the hardest part is, keeping things, interesting whilst keeping the business going, really. I mean, I'm very hands-on. I mean, I do everything from the initial research to a lot of pattern making. I mean, I just have to know what's going on at every part of the business because I'm a small, still emerging designer. I think that's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, you probably spend less time actually designing than, because it's getting the whole thing together. It's the organisation that just takes, a lot of my time up. We're still pretty small, so I have to do a lot myself. I mean, I have to know what's going on. I have to, just sort of manage everything. All my friends have been really supportive. I mean, most of my friends pretty much work in fashion-related businesses anyway. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends wear my clothes, or I collaborate with a couple of friends on my print designs, which is great. And then it comes down to working on, shows and presentations. I have friends working casting and, hair and makeup. That all kind of, it becomes part of the team, really. I've been here 13 years now, so I do, understand American fashion and American sportswear, but I think I still have a bit of a London street fashion aesthetic going on somewhere. So I think that's maybe why it makes my line a little bit different than anyone else's. I mean, each season it sort of changes. I mean, I always start off with a lot of inspiration, so each season the references all change a bit, but there are things that I tend to do, I think, instinctively. There's certain shapes or certain certain sort of techniques and stuff that I always keep coming back to. Well, I always use soft, sort of feminine fabrics, but in very different ways. I always use cotton and silk. Actually, cotton and silk mostly, really. Then for this collection, I've got this, great cotton tulle that I'm embroidering on, and I do a lot of print. So I pretty much figure out at the beginning when I look at the line in general, what kind of print, and what size and what scale and what kind of, where I want it to be, whether I want it to be a placement or something at the beginning. And then sometimes things work organically and something comes out completely different. You have to shift it all around, but in general I have a pretty good idea of what I want before I really start. I mean, it's something I've been doing for a long time, but there are a lot of challenges because as with anything, things just don't always come back or happen the way you expect them to, but sometimes you come out with some nice surprises, so that's always fun. I mean, quite often it's always like the one thing I really love the most, it just doesn't sell or something like that, and it's the least thing, the least interesting thing in my mind possibly that everyone just loves. It doesn't always work like that, but sometimes it just does, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's really super stressful. But I am presenting my collection right at the very beginning of Fashion Week. I do like getting it over and done with, I have to say, but it makes it harder because models only come into town a few days before that, so fittings will start, 2 days before, and even final model casting will be just literally just down to the last minute. I design for young, feminine, fashion-loving, vibrant girls. I mean, I'd love a store, I'd like to sell more online, I'd like to expand maybe the product line further than just women's wear. I don't have muses, but there are, I love to see people, anyone, whether it's a famous person or not a famous person, wearing my clothes and really enjoying wearing it.
Brought to you by Cotton, the fabric of our lives.